So next we're going to talk about the OpenColorIO config. So if we switch over here and we grab the full config for OpenDRT, I'm just going to open this with an archive manager and extract it. And I'll grab the mini config as well. So inside of here, we have a few different things. So we have a license, a folder for LUTs, and a folder for transfer functions. So transfer functions are all of the log to linear conversions and things like that that we need. And the LUTs are the picture formation transforms. And then the OCIO config is stored here. And if you don't know about OCIO, it's basically a YAML file that specifies color management. So if we open this up in a text editor and take a look, basically we have some information. We can see that this OCIO config and the associated LUTs are released with an MIT license, which is more permissive than the GPL v3 license that the OpenDRT code itself is released as. We have some release notes here for various bug fixes and some displays that are defined. So basically what we want to do to load this config is to just go back to our file browser, copy this file path, and go to Nuke's settings. And we're just going to say color management is OCIO, and we're going to paste in the file path. And right out of the gate, we can see we get the familiar OpenDRT default look. And if we go up here and we set, sorry, I need to change one thing, which is that our working space is actually egamut1, because that's how this script was set up. So by default, the color spaces are sorted into camera spaces, working spaces, display spaces, and image formation. So image formation contains all of the view transforms, as OpenColorIO calls the picture formation transforms. Camera spaces are all of the various camera spaces, or camera observer log and linear options. And then working spaces are the various options for working spaces like ACES-CG or FilmLight's egamut or egamut2. So we're going to choose the working space of FilmLight egamut linear. Cool. So that's what all of the images that I have in here are loaded as. So that'll change it so that it goes into the viewer correctly. Okay, so in OpenColorIO, we have a few different view transforms available. So we have the default, colorful, and umbra presets. I do not ship the base preset with OpenColorIO because I don't think it would be very common for OCIO configs to be used as part of a lookdev process for color, but I think it's more common that this would be used by VFX artists or individual CG artists. So for that reason, we only ship the kind of good-looking presets. So there's a few different displays available here. If we wanted to only show one display, because I know Nuke is a bit weird and it only shows the displays and views in one dropdown, we could go back to the OCIO config and I'll show you how to do that. So what we can do is just change the active displays. So I'll just comment this out, duplicate the line, and just turn on the Rec 1886 display. If we do that and refresh the OCIO config, we should see that the views are now more limited into only the Rec 1886 ones. Cool. So we also ship with two presets, view transforms here for display encoding and bypass. So display encoding is useful for comp workflows where you might need to check the grain or stuff like that. So it's kind of a technical transform just applying the display encoding of the display. So in this case, a 1 over 2.4 power function or 2.4 gamma. So basically gammaing up by 2.4. And bypass is useful if you want to actually bypass the view transform. Like say if you need to do a OCIO display node in the node graph, look at it, and A/B between that and a different one that's set to a different thing. So if we wanted to A/B between default and colorful and compare, or load two different shots, color transforms, something like this, that lets us accomplish that. Yeah, cool. So that's how to use